Well, that's the legendary Paul Mazore belting it out there, leading us into our program tonight or today. Let me start by greeting you, our viewers and listeners across the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are. Welcome to your favorite program, Padare Namambo Soswe. Thank you so much for joining. We are live here on ZimI YouTube, ZimI Facebook page. Thank you so much once again for joining us. And today we are joined by the Honorable himself, Honorable Daniel Molokele. Honorable, thank you so much for taking time to be with us. Please take a few minutes to greet our viewers and listeners.
Ngangene Chamisa, Ngaapinde, Nganjire. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. We are saying this is the time. In Tswana, we say Kinako. This is the time for Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Zimbabwe is ready for change. I am ready for change. Are you ready for change? This is Daniel Molokele. I'm the Member of Parliament for Ange Central constituency, and was recently appointed as the new Deputy Treasurer General in the National Standing Committee of the National People's Movement, also known as the MDC Alliance. Wow. Thank you so much for inviting me, Tawanda. I look forward to the program.
Yes, powerful. Thank you very much, Honorable Molokele. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all the work that we constantly see that you're doing in your constituency. And no doubt you're going to take that good work into this new appointment. Maybe let me begin by congratulating you, Amhlobe. Congratulations, Makorokoto, for that huge appointment. And I know, to just get us started, Honorable, I know you can't review your whole strategy or modus operandi, but what can we expect from the new Deputy Treasurer General?
I think my task is very simple. It is to contribute towards a viable and sustainable resource mobilization strategy. So my role is to ensure that the people's movement is well financed and well oiled. So I'll be sleepless if the movement or the people's movement is scentless. So hanzi navamachakurara hope rugare. So I am not going to sleep because the people's movement needs money. So that's my job. I'll have a sleepless night until the people's movement has got a clear, sustainable financial strategy. That's my new role in the people's movement.
Wow, and I mean, it's a daunting task. I don't even know where you're going to begin, but maybe if we can dig into your background a little bit. I know you once worked with Highlanders Football Club at one time. Can you tell us the model you introduced there and what was its success rate?
Thanks, Tawanda. I think some of us who are listening or watching know that a few years ago, I was tasked in helping to set up the diaspora structure, especially in South Africa, for Highlanders Football Club. So I'm a former chairperson of the Highlanders Supporters Association in South Africa, and we work closely with colleagues in the diaspora to help set up structures in countries such as Botswana, such as the United Kingdom, and we're still venturing out to the United States, to Canada, and so on, creating a global movement of Highlander supporters. But also in that period, when I was chairman of South Africa, I took a keen interest in the constitutional framework of Highlanders Football Club. And I was one of the people who were pushing for a modernization of the club because it is being run like an amateur social club. And we wanted to professionalize it and to make sure that it stopped its dependence on gate takings. I remember one of the radical proposals was that we should actually stop charging gate takings at Barberfield Stadium and make sure that there is a direct link between the membership cards and the match day ticket, so that when you pay your subscription for the membership card, it will be a barcoded card and the turnstiles will be barcoded. So you actually pay subscriptions that include a whole season kind of match ticket. And also for those remaining few tickets, they will be sold during the week, also using barcoded tickets, so that actually on match day, there's not even a single ticket that will be sold. This will then guarantee revenue for Islanders in a very digitalized way of selling match tickets, but also to ensure that we increase the membership, because at one stage I would ask, what is the membership database of subscribed members? And it was a very difficult question. But if you check by identifying people who attend the soccer matches, thousands of them were not registered members. So that was the first step towards creating a sustainable income through subscriptions. But also beyond that, we said Highlanders was a big brand. It needed to be commercialized, especially from a level of merchandisation. It needed to have a modern online shopping system. It needed to have physical shops across the diaspora and across Zimbabwe. And more importantly, we said the constitution will be changed to set up local branches, so that at the annual general meeting, only committee members of local branches would attend the AGM. So branches would elect their leadership. They will be having in Bulawayo township-based or SEPA-based branches across the city. That will then increase the membership drive for Islanders at a local community level. You'll be having a Nkulumane branch, and Tumbane branch, Makweke branch, whatever, Lufebe branch. And then you'll have a Wange branch, Gweru branch, Mtare branch, Harare branch. You would have a branch in Johannesburg, in Cape Town, in Coventry, in Manchester, in New York, and so on. And then they would recruit members, and all members of Highlanders, including leaders, will be having branch level membership cards. And each branch would have a membership code, and a membership identification number would start with that branch code. The moment someone flashed their membership card number, you would know that they belong to the branch in Victoria Falls or the branch in Kwero. And we wanted to increase the membership because we knew that Boso had millions of supporters, and those Boso supporters were not institutionally linked to the brand. And I don't want to talk about merchandise. Boso was losing a lot of revenue from not officializing merchandise sales. Pirate merchandise sales were happening. And we wanted to revolutionize to say that as much merchandise should be sold online and also at local community level. This would have ensure that Boso would share the profits with the local branches, and branches will start to have their own financial independence, buy things like combis and whatever, so that they would organize themselves to travel with the club across the country and even internationally. So there was a lot that was proposed, and there was a time when I was part of a committee that was set up in 2016 to actually go through the constitution of Highlanders and make sure that these changes were proposed. Unfortunately, I was the secretary of that committee, and I was called back home in Wange, where I was born. I had to resign from the committee, and that process did not go in the same way that would have gone if I had remained. So if you see today, Highlanders has tried now to implement some of the proposed ideas. They've been trying to sell merchandise from tennis shoes to coffee mugs and coffee flags and so on. But those are just samples of what we said Highlanders could do. There are at least 50 different things that Highlanders could sell in public. And we wanted them to have branded shops across the country. So you would actually go hawking and compete with Edgar's and Parcels and all those kind of people and have a branded shop. Or in main cities in the country and in the diaspora, especially in Johannesburg, but also to have a strong online shopping system. So this is where we wanted Highlanders to go. By now, it would have been a powerful, rich institution, not depending on handouts from compromised politicians like Tagwire. So today, as you can see, it's now on a life support system, and it has to depend on funds clearly stolen from the people of Zimbabwe.
You know, it's said, Honorable, because, you know, at one time, myself, I'm an avid soccer fan, and I follow Zimbabwean soccer and English soccer, but mainly Zimbabwean soccer. Although I am a Dynamo's supporter, I follow closely what happens in Cape United and Highlanders. There was a time when Highlanders was deemed the richest club in Zimbabwe, or it was said to become the richest club in Zimbabwe. And now you are here explaining, rolling back the years, that you were the man behind that. I didn't even know that you were the person who was driving the Highlanders, marketing program. So we can only hope for the better. And I certainly pray that you'll be able to replicate what you did at Highlanders here at MDC Alliance.
Thank you.
Yes, and
so what happens is that
yes, go ahead.
I was saying that this is the kind of context that my appointment was done, to say that we need some kind of clarity in terms of strategy in ensuring that the MDC Alliance, the People's Movement, has a viable and sustainable financial strategy. And this is where my appointment came in. Yes, Tawanda.
Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you. It looks like we had a slight network glitch there. Moving on, Honorable, the MDC Alliance, introduced or rolled out a new website, state-of-the-art website. I love that website, but it has been downed with a lot of problems. We have people that have complained that they can't log in, and some, they say it's actually expensive to go on there and donate money. You're charged double what you're supposed to be charged had you send the money via Western Union or other transfer agencies. And we also have some that are in the diaspora that they are saying they can't register because they don't have national IDs, because the website clearly says that if you don't have a Zimbabwean ID, you cannot register yourself. And some of us, our children are here, or some were even born here, and they don't have Zimbabwean national IDs, but they are Zimbabweans, and they want to contribute to the MDC Alliance. How are you going to navigate that? Have you already sat down with Honorable Senator Coulthard and tried to proffer solutions to that?
Thank you, Tawanda. I think we need to be very clear that the website is very innovative compared to other political parties. In fact, we can be honest and say that other political parties do not even have a website. Some don't even have social media presence at all. So it's very important to contextualize that it is a very progressive situation we have at the moment. I think in terms of the administrative issues you are raising, as a new member of the team, I will definitely take into cognizance, and I'm very available to anyone out there who feels they've got some feedback to give. They can send it on my Twitter handle at Molokele. They can also go to my Facebook page, Daniel Molokele. Also, they can go to my Gmail, Daniel Molokele, danielmolokele@gmail.com. And they can even WhatsApp me. My WhatsApp number is 071 372 6552. So please feel free to send any comments, any feedback, and then I'll use that as a basis of engagement with the rest of the team. I'm in the process of settling down, but people who have worked with me, remember I've been working with people since 1995. When I was 20 years old, in my first year at university, I was elected as Secretary General of the University of Zimbabwe Students' Union. So I know how to work with people and to interact with people. Over 25 years of experience with working with people from civil society to private sector to sports institutions like Highlanders Football Club to community-based organizations. So you will see a shift in terms of how we deal, a much more interactive approach, which is my strength because I've always been a people-centered person. So we'll see a much more responsive approach. And I look forward to pushing for some of this feedback so that this website and some of the concerns that they, especially those in the diaspora, are raising are addressed. Because at the end of the day, we want to make it easier for everyone who wants to support the people's movement, whether they're in Zimbabwe, whether they're in the diaspora. Every form of method or facility that can be used to increase funding for the People's Party. Remember that the Political Parties Finance Act is being abused at the moment. The money that people like me who campaigned to be members of parliament in Wange, the party allocation that is supposed to come to us is being allocated to a judicially constructed party that has no form of legitimacy whatsoever. It has no single vote to qualify its entitlement to that money. And this is a ZANU-PF orchestrated strategy in a desperate attempt to weaken Advocate Nelson Chamisa. But at the end of the day, we need to take that as a blessing in disguise to say that why should we depend on those RTGS bonds from the Political Parties Finance Act? We should be more innovative and creative and make sure that we come up with ways to work with those in Zimbabwe, to work with those in the diaspora, to ensure that the change machine is well-oiled financially. And that is my task and my responsibility to make it easier for every concerned citizen of Zimbabwe to converge financially towards the movement. This is where we are at the moment, Tawanda, and you will see that there will be a public process of engagement through my role as the new Deputy Treasurer General.
Wow. To those who are just joining us, we are talking to Honorable Daniel Molokele, here the newly appointed Deputy Treasurer General for the MDC Alliance. He obviously replaced, as you know, Lillian Timvias. But we are talking to him here, and he has been downloading some of his ideas, some of his great ideas, some that he has already implemented successfully at Highlanders Football Club. And I'm seeing some people here are writing saying that please replicate that same program that you did at Highlanders Football Club. And I'm sure you can actually make it better. Patricia Chinyoka from the United Kingdom is saying, thank you for the responsive approach. This will be very helpful in responding to supporters' queries, because this has been one of the archives here of the current website, that people were not getting responses when they asked questions, technical questions. People would be needing help, but there was no one to do that. And I know, obviously, you'll be talking to people in provinces, and they'll be providing solutions to some of those issues that were being raised. So, but here, right here where we are, please if you have a question to ask Honorable Molokele, please jump on the comment section and ask the question right now. And those who have issues that they also want to address with the Deputy Treasurer General, he has just put his phone number there. Not many people are as free as that, but he just gave his phone number away to the rest of the world. So if you have anything that you want to ask him directly or here, please do that right now as we move on with our program. Leader Molokele.
Yes, Tawanda.
Oh, okay. I thought I thought it gone away from here. We are having to navigate some network issues here, but we will be fine. And that period. So, leader, as you are seeing, it's election season. The pressure is going up everywhere, and the MDC alliance, as we know, is incapacitated. That's the truth. And that's mainly because of the shenanigans of ZANU-PF and Douglas Monzora. Are you going to ensure that the MDC alliance is ready financially for the 2023 elections? Of course, working with your team.
Yes, Tawanda, that is the crucial challenge and task that I have in front of me, which I'm excited. I see it more of an opportunity than a challenge to showcase my leadership skills and experience and the capacity. So I'm excited at the opportunity. We want to ensure that in the next few months, we set up a clear way, a facility to ensure that the citizens of Zimbabwe, both at home and in the diaspora, are able to finance the people's movement. We are very clear that Zimbabweans who are concerned and who are willing to converge for change in this country are willing to contribute, starting from a single cent to many thousands or millions of dollars, to ensure that there is change in this country. Everyone is not happy. The CIO are not happy. The Politburo is not happy. The Central Court is not happy. Everyone is not happy. The Z-Therapy is not happy. Zimra is not happy. Everyone is saying enough is enough. It's time for all of veg. Asabugo are not happy. Everyone is not happy. Zimbabweans are not happy. It's time to end this nonsense. It's time to have a government that cares about the people of Zimbabwe, not this cartel, this government of glorified looters. So we will then make it possible for us as the MDC, as the people's movement, that every Zimbabwean, whether at home or abroad, be able to freely contribute financially towards making sure that the change machine, the change bullet train, is able to steamroll ZANU-PF into the archives of political history. We saw that in August in Zambia, that the ruling party was thrown out of government. The state house was occupied by a different, and we are saying we saw that also in Malawi, and now we are saying let it happen in the last member of the federation. Zimbabwe must follow the standard. They must emulate what happened in Northern Rhodesia and Nyasaland, the Southern Rhodesia. So we're saying we are the last of the triplets, and we should make sure that we complete the change. There is a new ruling party in Malawi. There is a new ruling party in Zambia. Come 2023, there should be a new ruling party in Zimbabwe. And finances are very important and critical. So we'll work together, and that's my task, to ensure that every cent, every dollar that's available will be made available to the candidates, to the polling agents, to everyone involved in the campaign, and to make sure that the resources that the diaspora contribute will be able to contribute towards the change. The resources that people in villages, in townships, in locations contribute, they will be able to bring change. Zimbabweans are known to contribute. We can see, like in the churches that we have in this country, they don't need donors, they don't need funding from international partners. They get funding from church members. So you have seen a lot of prophets and pastors in Zimbabwe build highly sophisticated churches. And this has happened even in the last 10, 15 years. and they've built business empires, church leaders. So we have to follow that standard. It's clear that Zimbabweans are available and they will need us to facilitate. And that will be my new role as the new Deputy Treasurer General, to create the public facilities for the concerned citizens to converge financially towards change. And in the next few months, you will see us rolling out a public consultation process that will see us engage people across provinces, across districts, and across the diaspora countries in South Africa, in the United States, in the United Kingdom. I will be coming there. I will be engaging every stakeholder so that I get proper feedback and advice. As I have said earlier on, Tawanda, it will be a very highly interactive approach to make sure that we are connected to the realities on the ground, to the challenges that people are facing on the ground. And I'm hoping that in a few months' time, everyone wants to donate, wants to contribute to the party will be able to do so. And we are going to merchandise the party as a political brand. We're going to merchandise Advocate Nelson Chamisa as a political brand and make sure that there is the regalia, online shopping, and hopefully also physical shopping, even at branch level, at polling station branch level. So we will be so awash with regalia for the 2023 elections compared to 2018. We will paint Zimbabwe red and make sure that Zimbabwe is ready for change. This is what we're going to do, Tawanda.
Wow, powerful, powerful, powerful. Yes, this is very encouraging, and I just like that part where you're saying you are going to go through, a thorough consultative process, because I'm telling you, a lot of people would welcome that. They have ideas, and the biggest criticism that we have faced as a party is actually that we have not made platforms available where Zimbabweans that don't wear red, that don't say chinja, who want to contribute to the struggle, can come in and contribute. We have accounts, we have structures, we have platforms where members can contribute, but we don't have anything where Zimbabweans in general who want to help, who actually believe in the presidents of Advocate Nelson Chamisa, can come in and help the democratization of Zimbabwe, even though they are not card holders, they are there. So I think that's one of the areas or issues that you'll be confronted with as you consult. And right here we have Busani Mbusontini. He's saying, are we diaspora able to donate or pay membership dues here in North America? The website provides challenges with our America debit cards. I don't know if you may want to reassure Busan or you've already answered that.
Okay, Busani ngiyabonga kakhulu umbuzo lo olethileyo. Sike sakhuluma ngawo ngaphambilini. Kulezi nkinga eziningi ezibhekalayo ma uzama ukusebenzisa iwebsite yethu. Siqala uhlelo namuhla sike sakhuluma ngakho. Yikho engikutshoyo ukuthi sizabe sifuna i-feedback from diaspora. Sizabe sifisa ukuthi ma lilama issues, whether lise North America kumbe lise Zimbabwe, whether lise South Africa, you are able to give us feedback lay, and we will try to rectify anomaly lay corner and make sure that everyone, even those who are not willing to openly support the MDC, have got anonymous facilities to support the change movement. So it's something that I, as the new Deputy Treasurer General, I have a task to push to ensure that some of the concerns, including the payment facilities, are addressed, and the expensive payment facility that was raised earlier on is resolved. So yes, these are issues that are there, and we'll make sure that we resolve them as soon as possible.
Well, thank you very much. And we're going to take a short break. And I know Simba Chikanza is going to join us shortly. But before we move on to the last part of our questions, where we are also going to give you a chance to tell us what's going on in your constituents in as far as voter registration is concerned. We're going to take a very short break here so that you can have a chance, Honorable, to take a glass of water. We're going to play a short video here that has been submitted. As you know, our viewers and listeners, we have a competition that is running right now where we are saying, please, let's make this viral Mukomana, Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana. So we have videos that we are receiving every day, and we are going to award prizes, $50 a week to everyone who would have submitted the Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana Dance Challenge. It's saying here, submit a short dance clip to +44 790 700 3379. You may be the lucky one, but we will use all the videos that we get. So whichever way, you are a winner because you would have contributed in making this hashtag viral. If we can just play this one.
Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana, Ngaapinde, aiwa Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana, aiwa Ngaapinde, aiwa Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana, Ngaapinde, aiwa Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana, aiwa Ngaapinde, aiwa Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana weZimbabwe waphuma naivo vati Ngaapinde Hake nyangwe mapurisa aphuma naivo vati Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana masoja aphumawo naivo vati Ngaapinde.
Well, nice. I don't know how the judges are going to come up with the winner there, because the short video that I just watched there is really very good. But we're still receiving more videos. Please send in your videos. If you do not want the money here, you make the video and you're in UK, you're in America, and you do not want the money, obviously, $50 for someone in the United Kingdom might just be very little and very minute. We can send the money to your grandmother, to your father, to your sister, to your brother, to anyone in Zimbabwe, and that $50 will make a big difference. So please do submit those dance videos, Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana Dance Challenge. Please keep them coming. I'm not seeing Simba Chikanza here, but he said that he wants to come in, and I've sent Simba, I've sent you a link. Check your WhatsApp. I can't hear them, Honorable Molokele. Yes, Patricia Chinyoka, yes, you can please go to MDC Alliance party.org. Patricia Chinyoka, MDC Alliance, UK and Ireland provincial spokesperson. Mr. Chikanza, welcome to the program. Do we still have Honorable Molokele? Can you hear me?
Yes, Honorable Molokele.
Yes, Tawanda, I'm here. I can hear you.
Okay, Simba, you can go ahead.
Simba dropped, but he's back in. Let me just put him in the stream.
Okay.
I think I'm back now. Thank you very much. Whoa. Honorable Molokele, is he still here?
Yes, he's here, Simba.
Okay, right. We can't see him anymore. But Chief, we have a wide audience here. We got people tuning in on Twitter Spaces, on YouTube. I think in total about 5 different platforms here,
Wow.
literally connected. And
Wow.
we have a few people who have even asked if they can come in and say something. We've got Tinashe here, who is a financial analyst and business consultant. And Tinashe, I think you're in here. Do you want to say hello to Honorable Molokele? Tinashe, are you still there? Okay, if he's not ready, then we will move to the next one. We've got Ryan Chinyangarara.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Honorable Chinyangarara Makadini.
Indeed, right. How are you doing?
Beautiful, thank you. Do you want to say hello to our MP here and Treasurer General?
Yes, I want to say hello, and I want to give him a bit of advice as well.
Right, okay. Do you want to give it a short and sharp one, please? 30 seconds if you're able to contract it. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you very much. I just want to indicate to him that he's entering a very big role and that getting into 2023 elections, we want a transparent and capable MDC alliance to be a stronghold. It's time that they sharpen up their tools and really act towards socio-economic development and transformation and indication of actual politics. We want their ethos to change from that of them complaining after elections because of certain mediocrity. We kindly request that they've got a sharp way forward so that they won't have the same scenario of every year or every election complaining about being rigged. So my advice to them is to make sure that this time their shoelaces are tight, their leadership is firm, their strategy is clear, so that we won't have the same narrative over and over again.
Well, thank you. Right. Okay. Sorry, I was gonna cut you a bit because we're quite limited on time. But thank you very much for your contribution, and I'm sure he's hearing here. We also want to give others a chance. But quickly, Honorable Molokele, thank you very much today. And Honorable, you're coming at a time when the party is suffering an onslaught. I mean, a big, huge onslaught here. That is only comparable to the one that we saw in the early 80s. And this is a fact. Am I wrong there? Okay, maybe he didn't hear me. And let me move into my question. Is he hearing me?
Honorable Molokele, can you hear Simba?
I think he's probably either muted or maybe his device is faulty.
He's frozen. He's not muted.
Thank you so much, Simba. Just to respond directly to the colleague. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, Simba.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
yes,
I can hear you
clearly.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, I'm here. I can hear you clearly.
Oh, wonderful. Yes.
Hi, Simba.
So,
hi, Tawanda.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I'm here.
Yes, go
Hello,
ahead.
Simba.
Did you hear the question?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question
I just wanted
to you,
to say thank you so much for the advice, and we'll definitely take consideration. But from the remarks, I can safely say that we must remind everyone who is watching. Hello?
Yes, sir. Can hear you.
I wanted to say something. I wanted to say that from the remarks that were given earlier on, we must make it clear. Yes, I wanted to say we must make it clear.
Oh, I think his line keeps dropping. Okay. My question to Honorable Molokele here is this, and it is centered around a comparison between the present circumstances, the present MDC Alliance Party, to the opposition in the early 80s, the onslaught against the opposition. And we saw recently Professor Jonathan Moyo at one time mocking the MDC, saying that it is a party that is disintegrating, and then also demanding to not be insulted, to be precise there, because he said that the party needs him, as it were. Of course, this is something that has been pronounced publicly. Would we say here, Honorable Molokele, from your port, you are confident in the face of this challenge, of this outwardly pronounced position by Professor Jonathan Moyo, his claim that the MDC Alliance is disintegrating or is falling apart, that you are strong? Would you assure the people here that we are coming up to see a party that is going to survive, a party that is not only going to survive, but it is going to conquer through this dark period?
everyone knows that the power of the fish is in the water. Simbare vanhu, simbare rehove riri muvanhu, amandla enhlanzi asemanzini. The people of Zimbabwe are the water. And the people's movement does not need an individual. It needs all of us. That's why for 2023, we're not talking about the MDC Alliance. Forget about the MDC Alliance. In 2023, we're talking about you and I, every concerned citizen, converging towards change. So the key word for 2023 is convergence. We're saying everyone who is concerned about the future of Zimbabwe, everyone who wants change, everyone who believes a new Zimbabwe is possible, must converge and unite and bring whatever they can bring aboard, so that once and for all, we can have the change we have been waiting for. There will not be an MDC Alliance contestation from our side. It's guaranteed that in 2023, we will not use that. It's outdated and we have moved on. Though the copycats will be left behind because they do not have any new ideas. We are the engine room of innovation in terms of the political discourse of this country. So they are in for a surprise. They will be using, in the Bela we call it Amalaja, yesterday night's dinner, while we are having fresh breakfast meals. So we will not be using MDC Alliance for 2023. We are too innovative for that. So in 2023, it's about convergence. We are saying every concerned citizen, let's come aboard, let's unite, and let's push. They try to destroy us by stealing our names, recalling our employees. But the truth is, we are now stronger than we were last year. We've been galvanized on the ground. Our structures are galvanized. The people on the ground are galvanized. We are more than stronger than we were last year. So Advocate Nelson Chamisa is actually stronger today than he was last year. So we are getting ready, and we are going to make sure that we unite all citizens, not as a political party, but as a people's movement. We will converge towards it. This is the message that everyone needs to know, that for 2023, we are not talking about an alliance, we're talking about a convergence. And we will converge towards change as a different stakeholders in this.
Wow. Well, thank you very much. I think
everyone who is concerned, not politicians, but every citizen, and will completely change the way. Zimbabwe is ready to change.
Well, so thank you very much for this. And lastly, sir, you're involved in some really brave efforts against the Chinese in your area.
Excuse Simba.
Yes, can you hear me? I said you're involved in some brave efforts in your area against some abusive Chinese businessman. Would you be able to briefly tell us here if you've made progress? Yes. Would you be able to tell us how this is going, and are there prospects of success in these efforts to stop abusive Chinese businessmen who are taking advantage and now destroying both environment here and livelihoods? Oh, I can hear him perfectly, but no, I can't hear. Now I can't. It's breaking.
Yeah, it looks like it's frozen.
I'm hoping that he heard my question here.
Simba, I'm a son of the coal. I was born in the coal.
The phone keeps, the line keeps breaking.
You're bringing out, Honorable. Can you just go out and come back again?
We're losing him.
Yeah, Honorable, can you just go out and come back again? Meanwhile, we'll just take a short break and play a video of If you can play that video while Honorable Molokele goes out and reconnects.
Definitely, I heard it.
Yeah, the network is bad.
Yeah, the
Hello.
Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana. Ngaapinde aiwa Ngaapinde Hake Mukomana. Aiwa Ngaapinde aiwa Ngaapinde.
Hello, Tawana. Hello, Simba.
Ngaapinde.
I think it's back now, yeah?
Yeah, can you go ahead? Maybe we can hear you now. Honorable.
Hello, Tawanda. Hello, Simba.
Yes, you can go ahead. I think we can hear you.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Like he's living.
Right, I've sent him a request. I've sent him a request that he could join via Spaces. If he picks it up, then maybe that might be better. If he does pick it up, if he doesn't, then we'll still continue over here. Right. Well, yeah, I had to ask him, about. Yes, Honorable. Please go ahead and tell us about your fight. Yes, we can hear you now. Please go ahead and tell us about your fights.
Yes, in Wange there, I cannot say it's a fight against the Chinese.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say that in Wange there, it's not really a fight against the Chinese, because the Chinese have no idea where Dinde in Wange is. So it's clearly not a fight against the Chinese. The Chinese are a third party. What we're having is some greedy people in Harare, some politically connected vultures in Harare who are working with the Chinese as the third party to loot the natural resources that God has given us as Zimbabweans, whether it's coal, whether it's gold, whether it's diamonds. So what we're having is a cartel of corrupt politicians who are fighting the people of Zimbabwe by making sure that they do not benefit from the natural resources that they have. So in Wange, what we're having is not a problem with the Chinese people. It's a problem with a very corrupt elite that are the ones who are bringing the Chinese to Wange, because the Chinese have no idea where Wange is. They were brought there by someone in Harare. So we want change. We want a government that's people say, a government that says that we want people on the ground to be consulted, to be respected. We want the natural environment to be sustainable in terms of development. We want to make sure that people benefit from the natural resources that they have. And that is the fight that we're having, where we have to make sure that the government of the people of Zimbabwe must be people that right now we have a government that is selling out our natural resources to international people such as the Chinese. So personally, I have nothing against the Chinese people. May God bless them. But this is a fight between us and a very corrupt elite that is looting our natural resources. In Zambia, we're given an example. I heard that it was one of the key issues of concern in the elections in August. And let's hope in Zimbabwe, citizens of Zimbabwe will make sure that we deal with this corrupt elite, this cartel that is looting our resources. We need to remove it from government. And ED, as the leader of this cartel, is personally accountable, and we need to ensure that he exits and vacates the State House and follow Eddie Kadongo in retirement. That is our position. He must go, and Mukomana and Fanra Kupinda. So we need a president who cares about their people, and that is the situation we have right now. Let us converge and ensure that there is a change of leadership. That is the position.
Thank you very much, Honorable.
Hi, Tawanda. Hi, Simba.
We continue to
Yes,
have
sir.
network challenges here. Yes, we can hear you, Honorable. As we go towards the end, I think we have lost him again. But there is Admire Tapiwa over here. We're saying, Honorable Molokele, I think the position that you have just assumed is that of much responsibility, especially towards election. Powerful mobilization strategies are expected to be championed from your office back to the party roots. We have heard the financial problems when it comes to campaign and polling time, whereby our party is not able to pay all of its polling agents, and in some West cases, other polling stations, we were not even represented precisely in 2018, and it was due to monetary issues. And I think, so that we may have enough regalia so that we distribute freely, especially in rural areas first. Admire Tapiwa Hove, thank you very much for that comment. I'm sure Honorable is hearing. I think he's just coming back there. Honorable, as we get to the end, Simba, do you still have another question before I pose my last question to Honorable?
No, I think I'm done. You know, I had wanted to just hear more about the issue of Chinese businessmen who are abusing our environment. But I think he's answered quite broadly, even though the network was cutting there. And we have one person here called Tinashe who wanted to say something, but this person is not responding. I had given him the mic. But yeah, seeing that he has not responded, Chief, I drop down. Please do go ahead.
Okay. Honorable, the last question before we give you time to go and rest. I know yesterday you were in Makoni, traveled to Manicaland, and that's the work that the MDC Alliance is doing in preparation for 2023. What's going on in your constituents? I know you're always there. You're one member of parliament who is ever with the people of your constituency. What's going on in as far as voter registration is concerned, and any other programs that you might want to mention here?
I think we've lost him again.
Yeah. Honorable, did you hear my question? Yeah, it looks like he's having network challenges. But as you know, folks, we'll get Honorable Molokele to answer the last few questions.
Thank you, Kanda. I think now that the COVID restrictions have been removed, we've resumed public feedback meetings. Yes, I heard your question. I heard your question.
Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Tawanda.
Yes, you can go ahead, Honorable.
Hello, Tawanda.
Yes, you can go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello, Tawanda.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, I was saying in one game, at this moment in time, now that the COVID restrictions have been reduced, yeah, in one game, this moment in time, one of the things we have started, now that the COVID restrictions have been removed, we are resuming our popular public feedback meetings. And hi, Tawanda.
Yes, we can hear you, Honorable.
Yes, so I'd lost you a bit. So in Wange, we have resumed public feedback meetings. They're very popular. This weekend we'll be at Roa Wato, at Chibondo, and at Eben Ward 15 in Makwika. We'll roll out a series of public feedback meetings, which will allow us to update people what we've been doing, even under the difficult COVID situation, but also to get feedback from the people. What are the key issues that they want us to sort of focus on and make sure that we are relevant in terms of key concerns of the constituency, especially in the context of the threat of the recalls. As you might be aware, I'm one of the MPs who are on firing line, and we are working under that difficult context. But I've said that until the day that I'm recalled, and even beyond the day after I'm recalled, I'll continue to work for the people of Hwange, who are the people who mandated me. Not even those who are recalling me will stop me from working for the people of Hwange, because I already know that those people who are recalling me were not contesting in 2018. They did not even get a single vote in 2018. They do not have the people's moral authority. I am the one who contested. It's Advocate Nelson Chamisa who contested and got 2.6 million votes. People who did not contest, who are senators, are the ones who are doing recalls. People who lost in the elections in 2018 are doing recalls because ZANU-PF is the one giving them that fake power. But the people's power, as Paul Mazore says, the people's power will eventually prevail. So we're saying, let's work with the people of Hwange. We know that Hwange Central was one of the key constituencies in terms of voter turnout in Zimbabwe. It had almost 80-something% voter turnout and 20% above the national average. And it was one of the constituencies where Chamisa, President Chamisa, had one of his biggest margins of victory. He was whitewashing me left, right, and center. He was whitewashing the fellow councillors in the constituency. So Hwange Central constituency in 2018 was one of the biggest voting constituencies in the country in terms of percentage majority for Advocate Nelson Chamisa. So we're very clear that he has the people's support in Hwange and people's mandate. And that used to be like that for, it's a coal mining town, it's a trade union community originally. So Advocate Nelson Chamisa is inheriting the popularity that Dr. Morgan Tsvangirai used to have in Hwange. And we look forward, whether there's a recall or no recall, we look forward to making sure that Hwange Central constituency will be a key contributor to making to ensure a new president in Zimbabwe, to make sure that Advocate Nelson Chamisa is the new occupant of State House come 2023.
Wow, powerful, powerful. Honorable, just you are still there and the network is still good. Can you give your last remarks, in reference to the people in Zimbabwe and also to all the 5 million Zimbabweans that are in the diaspora?
Yes, thank you so much. I just wanted to say that it's important that as Zimbabweans, we understand that we must be the change. It's not me who is responsible for the change. It is not Advocate Nelson Chamisa who is responsible for the change. It is not the MDC Alliance that is responsible for the change. It is each and every one of us as Zimbabweans, whether in rural areas, whether in urban areas, whether in mines, in farms, in towns, in cities, whether in the diaspora, wherever we are tired of being looked upon as a nation. It's time for us to unite and become a great nation that we're supposed to be. And Zimbabwe is not poor. It is a problem of poor leadership. Our biggest challenge is corrupt, morally bankrupt leaders. So 2023 presents us with an opportunity to unite and converge as the people of Zimbabwe, both at home in the diaspora, to use whatever means to ensure that we elect a government that is going to be competent, a government that is going to be people-centered, a government that is legitimate and accepted by the international community in Zimbabwe. So we are saying 2023 is about all of us as citizens of Zimbabwe. Take responsibility about the future of our country and saying enough is enough. We are tired of fake opposition, bond not opposition. We are tired of fake currency, fake bond notes. We are tired of a fake president, a bond not president. We want the real McCoy, and we are saying Advocate Nelson Chamisa is the future of Zimbabwe. Advocate Nelson Chamisa is the next president of Zimbabwe. And we need to unite. We need to converge from all different corners, from all different directions, and say, we have one option, that is to remove ED from State House and to make sure that we have a new occupant there, so that Zimbabwe has a chance for a better future, a chance for a better tomorrow. If ED continues to be the president of this country, the poverty that we see today will continue to move from bad to worse. The corruption that we see today will continue to move from bad to worse. The suffering that we see today will continue to move from bad to worse. There is no hope for any positive change as long as it is the president. We must unite and converge and make sure that there is a new president in the country for Zimbabwe to have a chance. So let us support Advocate Nelson Chamisa. Galingene ijaha lethu, galingene. Nganjire Chamisa nganjire. Ngangene Chamisa ngangene. Ngaapinde Mukomana ngaapinde. That is the message for 2023. Thank you so much, Simba. Thank you so much, Tawanda.
Thank you very much, Honorable. That's a very inspiring, very powerful message. And I'm sure the Zimbabweans across the world are hearing you, and they will take up the challenge that this is not about Advocate Nelson Chamisa. It's not about you. It's about each and every individual to take up the gauntlet and make sure that we deliver change to Zimbabwe. We make sure that Mukomana apinda State House in 2023. Thank you very much, Honorable. We appreciate all the good work that you are doing in your constituency, and of course, all the good work that you are going to do in your new position as a DTG, Deputy Treasurer General of the most populous party, the biggest party in Zimbabwe, the MDC Alliance, led by Advocate Nelson Chamisa. We appreciate your time. And to our viewers and listeners across the world, we thank you so much for being here. I know Simba just told us that we were live on Twitter, we were on YouTube, we were on Facebook, we were on various other platforms. We want to thank you, all our contributors who came here, and those who were writing on our comment section. We appreciate you. Let's converge for change as we march towards a 2023 victory. Thank you so much. And to our backroom team, thank you for everything. Thank you for those nice videos that we were playing. God bless you, Zimbabwe. God bless Advocate Nelson Chamisa. God bless everyone here. We appreciate you. Thank you.
No Go,